A huge moo to the herd, and welcome back to our playthrough of Rise of Industry. Very quick catch up as to where we were. We've started to assemble all the key components for our car. So we are producing our exterior bodies, we're producing our interior bodies, we're producing our axles, and we're producing our combustion engines. These will eventually be turned into the body chassis and the rolling chassis, which once we've got enough will be used to produce our car. So let's get the game running. We have set up our delivery routes for everything. We're taking a hit in terms of money, and we've got 558 million. So we've got enough money to keep us going without actually making much in the way of profit. So we're not in a terrible position. I'm actually reasonably pleased as to where we are financially. The components are being delivered. We've got plenty of adhesive to hold it all together. We've got headlights, etc. The biggest issue is going to be steel, but I don't see that as being a major problem. Tires do seem to be taking a bit of time to get here, but when you consider they've got to come all the way from over here, it's not surprising. However, I am surprised that there's a load of tires building up there, but they don't seem to be being shipped. Why is that? Zeppelin Field is dispatching the tyres to warehouse number 7. Okay. And I have 6 sitting there, so it must be just be a delivery thing. So we're obviously waiting for it. If I go to my Zeppelins and find the route that's delivering the tyres, yeah. So we're waiting for another 4 to be produced, and then they'll be sent over. So that's not the end of the world. That just means we'll be ticking over quite nicely. We're waiting on the combustion engines to be produced. They are currently being produced. It's going to take a bit of time. Biggest issue for us here is car radiators. They are being made and they are being delivered, but they do take a little bit of time. Again, I think the issue we have here is steel. It is indeed. So despite the fact I have all of these steel factories churning out as much steel as possible, it's still going to take time. That dratted autosave is pausing just when I was going to do something. Alright, so I do have components building up, so that's key here. Car seats seem to be an issue, which is strange. What's stopping you from being delivered? Right, it seems to be the furniture bases. Alright, that's fine. Things will pick up, I am sure. Have I actually produced... Yeah, I've got car seats sitting there. And I am building a body chassis as we speak, so I obviously had enough of the interiors to make at least one. Right, I think the important thing is to drop the prototype facility, which is going to cost me 50 million. And it's a huge building, but it'll be worth it. We now have the prototype facility. We're switching this off. The reason being is it takes a year to make a car, and we may as well just let everything stock up here once we've got everything. Hopefully they will stock up. Will it? I'm not sure. We'll find out soon enough. Alright, we're just waiting on the axles and combustion engines to be produced. This is one of those very strange things where now there's nothing to do but wait. Things are being produced, albeit kind of slowly, but they are being produced. We had the prototype facility in place. All I need is 3 body chassis and 3 rolling chassis, and that's it. Game is won. It's a very strange sensation when you consider all of this industry, the towns that have grown, and it's all been focused on just building this car. So it's quite a good feeling to know that we managed to pull something together. It's an utter mess, considering that we started on an island which we thought was really good, but then realised there's no space on it whatsoever. And when you're competing with the AI for space for shops and things like that, it makes it more interesting. Most definitely. Right, they don't seem to be delivering these. Oh well, it's delivering to the warehouse, so the warehouse can deliver them all. That's fine. So I have 1 body chassis. I need another 2. And once I've got those 2 delivered, I need the rolling chassis. The rolling chassis is being held up by just the production of these. which is fine. This wasn't going to be a speed session anyway, but I do have plenty of steel. I have frames and everything else, so we're queued up. Tires, again, it's a bit of an issue there, but I should have another batch of those coming out relatively soon. How many do I need? A lot more. So I might want to increase the amount of tires I'm producing. Let's have a look at my lineup here. Do I have a surplus of raw rubber? No. In some ways that's good. Oh yes, I do. I take that back. I retract that statement in its entirety. So let's double up our facilities. Spin you around. And copy that one. Do a top-down view so it's easier. And do that one. We'll connect this all up. Oh, make sure that's connected. And what we'll do now is we'll increase this and we'll have our destinations of 8, 9, 8, 9. Wow, that's an interesting bug. So I've copied that. Petrochemical plant 9. You'd expect that to be 10. It's actually just petrochemical plant number 9. I'm going to rename that. Call it 9A. Just otherwise it'll confuse me. Alright. Destination. Factories. 9A. I need more slots for my farms. Do some more research. Fields and harvesters. Increase destination slots. I'm also going to increase the... let's go the full shebang. Thank you. And destination for petrochemical plant number 10. And you will deliver to number 11. And you will deliver to number 11 as well. This doesn't make sense. Oh, it's because I've copied it. Alright, understand now. Alright, clear. Clear. Petrochemical plant number 11. Clear you. Factories, petrochemical plant number 11. And you will deliver to Zeppelin field number 2. Can't reach destination or nothing to deliver. Yes, you can. Don't lie to me. Just because you haven't actually received anything yet is neither here nor there. Right, so we've got more trucks coming from our fields, which is good. And hopefully we'll have enough rubber. These two shouldn't need any more rubber for a long time, because I've got about 50. These two are there, and that will help me with my tyre hold up. Right, so drop you out. I'm going to decline that one. And we'll go back to our, also decline that one. Let's see how we're getting on here. So we have one body chassis, one rolling chassis. Good. So we need some more. You're waiting on interior linings. Is there a problem with interior? There is a problem with interior linings. Cardboard panels aren't being delivered. Where are they going? Warehouse 3. Warehouse 3 doesn't have any, so it must be going to truck depot number 6. This is interesting. So where are these cardboard panels going? They're all going to warehouse number 3. Warehouse number 3 should be receiving the cardboard panels, which it is, and then delivering them to warehouse number 1. Oh, it's just delivering them over the road. Okay. Right, so it's just a case of waiting. And warehouse number 1 will then deliver those out. Fair enough. Can I sell anything in here to make a bit of cash? I wonder. Does anyone want anything? Light fabric. Let's have a look. Tier 1? Is it tier 2 for light fabric? I think it's tier 2. No, that's cardboard panels. That's not the one I wanted. Light fabric. Anyone want it? Ooh. Chillingham does. Let's sell all of our stock off to Chillingham. Just make some money. Don't mind losing money, but if we can start selling some of our backlogs off. You are low on trees. Oh no, you're back up and gone. Alright, so we're making more combustion engines. We just need one more chassis, which we're waiting on tyres, which I've increased the amount we've got on that one. We're waiting on just interior, and that's being produced now. So we'll have another body chassis being made. Oh, this is getting interesting. So body chassis are being produced, albeit slowly. Rolling chassis are being produced, but we are held up by tyres, which isn't ideal. We're hopefully now producing more tyres. So if I go to my Zeppelins, yeah, so we're going to get another delivery of 24 tyres very soon. We're sitting at 22 out of 24. So once they're delivered, that should hopefully give me a couple more cycles for my axles. And the axles then will help to unblock this. We've got plenty of combustion engines. We need one more combustion engine for this, for 2 cycles of the rolling chassis. And we're going to need another 4. Is that right? Yeah, 4 axles. So we're going to need a lot more tyres. We're waiting on interior linings. We know that there's a bit of a hold up on the cardboard getting up to there, so we could probably fix that. But we've got another 2 cycles of that, so that's not too much of an issue. Right, that's the axles now starting to be produced. Have I got enough tyres? Yes, I've got 2 cycles of tyres. So again, all looking really, really good. It's just those interior linings. That's where everything is holding up. Right, they are being produced now. So it's going to take a few days to get those running. You're held up by what? The fact that you have oodles of heavy fabric sitting in there. More than I actually need. Does that mean my warehouse is full of heavy fabric? It is. Is it worth me converting one of these into... Yeah, I'm going to switch your production to interior linings. Because we've got plenty of heavy fabric. We just need to get those cardboard panels up quicker. We're also not producing a great deal, so I wonder if I get some more factories in producing cardboard panels. I meant to have 3 of them, but I'm not producing enough heavy pulp. And I haven't got enough lumber. Which again I find very bizarre. Where's that warehouse? I've got plenty of lumber sitting there. It's just not getting delivered quickly enough. This is one of those unfortunate things about using warehouses. They're really good, but they can be quite a bottleneck. Because you're limited by the amount of trucks that you can send out. And if you've got a lot of goods delivering backwards and forwards, I think it can cause headaches. I could also be talking through my hat. I don't know. It may be one of the things I tweak for my next playthrough of this game once they release a new version of it. We shall see. Right, 2 body chassis, 1 rolling chassis. So we're 2/3 of the way through for our body chassis, and 1/3 of the way through for our rolling chassis. We do have a rolling chassis currently being produced. And again, it's axles that we're waiting on. So we need another 3 axles, that's fine. We are probably waiting, we are indeed waiting on interior linings. So I am going to be sneaky. I don't need any more exterior bodies, I don't think. I have 2 cycles. Actually, how many have I got sitting there? Yeah, I only need one more exterior body. So I'm going to start selling these. Instead of to warehouse 7, we'll go manual. And we're going to sell them to the state. It's 285 tiles away. Nah, who cares? If I get money every so often, that'll do. We need the interior bodies still, so we'll leave that one for the time being. Right, we are making our axles. We still need a load more tyres though. And how many of these have you got? So we need another 2 of those. So how's our tyres? Yeah, we're just waiting for those to be produced. There'll be another batch of those coming through very soon. We are getting closer and closer to our end goal. Well, that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. So 2, 2. So we need 1 more rolling chassis and 1 more body chassis. I'm switching this on so they can start to be delivered. Once we've got those in, it will start making our car. It's kind of exciting. Right, combustion engines, do we need to worry about those too much? No, we've got plenty of combustion engines. So let's start selling these to the state. Okay. Because they may as well try and make some money out of this. We're still waiting on, I think it must be those interiors. It is. So we've got an additional factory, but the cardboard panel seems to be the bottleneck. We are now making them. We've got plenty of stock. I don't know why you're not making them quick enough. Oh, it's just time. Fine. 1 more axle. Again, tyres. Yep, they will be here. Oh, they're on their way. So once those tyres are delivered, that will be, I believe, the final component we need for the rolling chassis. And then that just leaves the exterior chassis. Exterior body. Deliver plastics to Chillingham. Decline. Alright, so you're waiting on tyres, which should be here very soon. And in fact, they have arrived. So that's now firing away. You are actually producing the final rolling chassis, are you? No, I'm looking at the wrong spouts. Looking at this steam stack here, thinking it's that one. So we're still waiting on the axles for that one. That's fair enough. We're waiting for interior linings. Ugh. Let's just need 1 more interior body. And we'll be ready. I can't make the game go any faster, unfortunately. Alright, so do we need to do anything with this? We've got as much cardboard as I can get. We're waiting on that to come up. It's been delivered. Yeah, there's not much I can do to change this one, unfortunately. I mean, I could send a from the truck depot 6 up, which might be an option. Not sure on this one. I mean, they do take a long time to make anyway. You're going to warehouse number 3, who is then manually delivering these to warehouse number 1. Let's stop that. And we'll have them delivered to truck depot number 6. And we'll have a trade route on trucks. Truck depot 6. And you're going to deliver cardboard panels to truck depot number 1. And we'll get that running. And then truck depot number 1 can deliver to warehouse number 1. Bingo. Had a little bit of a delay in, but it should give me enough burst, I hope. Yeah, that's fine. All my research is done. We are doing good. Come on. Finish the autosave. Alright, so we're still waiting on these things to be finished. I have plenty of exterior bodies apparently. That doesn't make sense. Why are they not being delivered? Oh, because it's a body chassis. Should be able to tell because it's got wing mirrors and a steering wheel. Alright, have you produced your final rolling chassis, I wonder? Yes, you have. So we are now literally waiting on the final body chassis. So if my rolling chassis is now complete, I might as well, I may as well just shut the thing down because I'm just selling the axles and such like. So set you to manual, destination, state. Let's sell those. So we're just waiting on those linings, which hopefully will not be too long. Let's check that truck's out. Another 2 and the trucks will be off. And that should hopefully give me all the cardboard I need to finish this off. Go on guys, get it finished. Well, there's a batch just about to be finished now. You've got an excess of... Wow, you've got a ton of them. How come... Right, so... yeah, okay. That was annoying. Let's send you to truck depot number 6. Because you've got an absolute backlog of them. This will absolutely clear the backlog. Wow. Okay. I don't think we're going to have a problem with linings anymore. Cardboard panels, sorry. So we're going to have plenty of those very soon. And we have, which is now going to my warehouse. And the trucks are starting to produce the interior linings. We are good. And in fact, if you look, the car is being made. So let's switch you off. We'll send you to state. See if we can make a little bit of money, even if it's not a great deal. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, the car is being created as we speak. It takes a year to make. So this video will be slightly longer because I don't see any point in creating a new video that just says, here it is, ta-da. But yeah, the car is now under production, or in production I should say, underway and in production. Yeah, it makes more sense. We did it in, I don't know however many days. The car will be complete and we will have reached the end game for Rise of Industry in this alpha. I've learned an absolute lot about playing the game since I started on this one. When you consider that my reliance has been quite predominantly on warehouses, that makes it easier from the logistics point of view to just, you drop a warehouse down, everything is delivered there and then gets filtered out. You don't really need to think about, you know, getting ratios right or anything else. However, it's not very efficient and is quite expensive to do. So I think for my next playthrough, I'll think more about doing proper ratios and building the industries up in that respect. Haven't used trains at all in this, just because of, you know, lack of ease of putting paths down, etc. For me, because you want them to go in particular routes, etc. But I think trains could be a very good thing for moving goods around in, you know, longer distances. I feel like my production lines have been quite wasteful, not exactly efficient, but at the end of the day, it still worked. But again, the whole point of playing games is you enjoy them, you relax, but you also look to challenge yourself a bit more. So I think for the next one, I would definitely look at getting more efficient routes in place, more efficient setups in place. It's a bit of a proverbial dog's dinner if you look at all the factories all over the place. You know, there's God knows how many truck routes in place. There's all sorts of stuff everywhere. But I do not regret using Zeppelins. Zeppelins are awesome. Yeah, it's just very much stick a finger in the air and guess as to how many of each factory we're going to need, and then tweaking it, etc. So not exactly what your speed gamers or your most efficient players will do. It's worked for me. We are, as I say, we're building the car. Once the car is built, that's us finished. So I'm not going to complain too much about the way it's done, but it could have been done a bit better. How enjoyable is this game though? It is definitely one of these games that you can lose track of time immensely in it. And this is just an alpha. So when they bring all the additional features in, like traffic and pollution and the ability to buy out the AI stores and factories, etc., and the whole swathe of other things they're planning on adding the game in, it's just going to be a great opportunity to have a nice time sink, a nice downtime. You not have to think about the game or anything else. You can just relax, enjoy it. Exactly what a game should be. You shouldn't be getting stressed because it's, you know, your leisure activity is one of these things which requires you to constantly react to this and react to do that, or do complex algebra to figure things out. And I do like the fact that the game effectively has two ways of playing it. You can use the warehouses to not have to worry about ratios, etc., or you can calculate your own ratios. But with all the events thrown into it, you're never going to get a perfect ratio. And again, that is brilliant, because you don't want a perfect setup. You don't want things here you can just plug it all in and it just churns off and you just come back to the computer every couple of hours to make sure everything's working. That's not fun. That's completely passive type of games, and this is one that the events, etc., make it more interesting. You know, I'm looking forward to perhaps more industries coming in, more end game things. I think the fact is that this is an actively developed game, and you can tell that if you ever go into the Discord or chat to any of the developers, you know, the lead developer is always in there. He's always saying things and updating people. And that's all you can ask for, especially for an early access game. So if anyone's looking for a review of the game or an opinion of the game, from me, I wholeheartedly recommend you get it, even in the early access stage. I know it's always a risk with early access games that you'll pay some money and get a dog's dinner, but no, this game is very well refined and very enjoyable. And we are now ticking down those last minutes before the end game. So, yeah, I'll have to check my Steam account and see how many hours I've actually poured into this game. But I could say that none of them have been wasted hours or frustrating hours. It's been a worthwhile investment. And, yeah, go out, buy the game, enjoy it. Especially when it comes on release. I think you'll get many hours. And if you ever played any of the Tycoon games back in the 90s, etc., this is really bringing it way up to date. And, you know, there's not much more I can say. Just wait for these last remaining days. See that last little bit of black disappear. And that's us. We have won the game. So, thank you very much for joining me on this series for Rise of Industry. I will be doing another series of Rise of Industry when there's been a few more milestones released of the game, and obviously when it's on general release I will go out there and do another review or another playthrough. I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. I've certainly enjoyed making it. Just leaves me to say, if you like this video, please give it a like. Dislike, feel free to dislike. Any comments about this video or the series overall, please leave them in the comment section. And if you like this video and want to see more series, then please subscribe. Just leaves me to wish you a very good day, and I look forward to you joining me for other series. Thank you very much.